Did you? All right, so we are going to pick up part 2 of getting onboarding a new partner, going from Partner Plus to QSC. And so what the challenge is for us personally to go back, do our homework, walk ourselves through this onboarding process so that we are going to know exactly what we need to do when we bring on a new person. And so the more we walk through that personally, the more confident we're going to be. Today I was on the phone with a pretty new partner. She's been a part, well, I take that back. She's been a partner for a while, but she's just now stepping into beginning to build a team. And so we were talking about her onboarding this new person. And so I just thought, what a great opportunity that we have now, especially when you're a little bit newer to bringing a new person on, to have it all mapped out for you, literally step by step. And so here's the challenge. Let's bring on these people. We have 1 more month to bring people on without having to pay the distributor application fee. So let's roll up our sleeves and let's jump in. So let me ask this question. Well, let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you, and then I'll ask my question. So here, let me pull this up, and there we go. All right, so last week we started with, week before last, we went through bringing someone on from Partner to Partner Plus. Last week, we did the first half of taking that brand new Partner Plus and working toward getting them to QSC. We talked about congratulating them. You know, I don't care who we are. Everybody loves to be acknowledged for what they've done right, what they're doing that's good. And so first and foremost, you want to congratulate that brand new person for hitting Partner Plus and acknowledge the hard work, acknowledge the connections that they made. We went into, the second thing, we went into this qualifying sales coordinator overview where you want to really camp out, let me get over here, on this form here. And we walked through that last week. This is what's going to teach that brand new partner, Partner Plus, what they need to do to get to QSC. So know this form like the back of your hand and fill it out. I literally, if you are direct to me, I have one of these forms at whatever level you are filled out. So I know what you need to do to get to the next level. So that's what I want to challenge you guys to do with your partners, is make sure you know these forms. So really get familiar with the QSC form. All right, so we're gonna keep going. So that's what we went through last week. We also, when you left, and that took us a while, but that's really how you're gonna teach people to hit their next level. So when you left last week, we talked about your homework. And so the homework was watching the videos, the business videos. So let me see how many people. I can see Brenda, Sandy, Dale. I can't see Carrie, but let me see if you guys, how many of you all actually went and watched some of those business videos? Yay, Dale, Sandy, Brenda. Okay, I can't see anybody else right now, but I'm hoping everyone's got their hands up, because you're gonna learn. How many of y'all learned anything new, or at least now you know those different videos? What it's gonna do, it's gonna help you to know what video to share with you. Am I right? And so now when I'm talking to people and I'm thinking, okay, I would love this person to join me, I can think through, okay, do I want to send them Janet Black, the video that Janet Black's in? Do I want to send them the one where they have all the different partners that kind of come from all over the world in kind of different seasons of life and different personalities? I think that's a cool one. Also, I love Casey Slotz, her and her husband, who are both pharmacists. And so knowing the different videos are going to be huge when you're beginning to talk to people, because you're going to know exactly which one of those videos you want to share with them. Why? Because you've done your homework and you've watched those videos. If you've not watched all those and taken a look at the new business presentation, I've already gone on into that presentation several times, did screenshots of certain pages. That's how beautiful it is and how great it is to share with people. So if you've not personally gone in here, this is your homework again. Go back into this section and really learn the tools we have to share our incredible business with people. Now, the other homework piece that that we assigned last week was really to expand your memory jogger. And literally, I did that again today. So I love kind of how we as a team have done it. And if you're newer to the team, I'm going to refresh you. One is when you bring a new person on, you want to challenge them to get at least 50 to 100 names on their memory jogger list. And then once they hit Partner Plus, then you kind of want to bring them into this section that now go back through that list and let's start starring people that you want to also have a conversation with about the business. So we want to, at this point in the game, we want them to continue to expand their list. And if you missed our call when we talked about going from Partner to Partner Plus, we really talk about, okay, where do you go to find these people? So I would encourage you to go back to that training if that's an area that you're like, okay, I need some help in figuring out where do I go find people to talk to, and what do I say and what do I give them? So this section and this training, we're kind of honing in on teaching these brand new partners how to duplicate themselves and get more new partners. And so last week we kind of talked about being real curious with these brand new partners, finding out who they talk to, and then really kind of processing the people that they have on their memory jogger list and helping them figure out what they want to say and what they want to share with those people. And that's kind of where we're going to pick up this week. Is what we're going to do is we're going to put on our coaching hat and we're going to really help this new partner figure out, okay, how do you continue to expand your customer base that you've already got started? And now how do we begin to attract new partners to your business? And so the first thing I want you to do, I put out a challenge this afternoon, and I don't know how many of y'all saw this, but the challenge was literally, and I did this myself, and I've been in this business 21 years. I sat down and wrote 25 names on a piece of paper. And from that, I was only gonna, my challenge on our Team Extreme post on our Facebook was find 5 people of those 25 that you want to invite into your business. And so when I think about that, that is talking to 5 people a day for a week. Now, maybe that's too much for you. I don't know, but for me, I thought, you know what? There's no reason I can't do that. And I want to talk at least one a day of someone I want to invite into the business. And so today I invited 2 people. So I have a coffee set up with one gal and a walk set up with the other gal, with the intention, and both of them know I want to share about the Juice Plus business with them. And so this is my challenge to you all. And post it when you get it written, take a picture and post it on Team Extreme, a list of your 25 people, and start at least 5 of those 20 people. This week, you are literally going to work toward connecting with those people. Some of them, it may literally be just sending them a text to start the process going. Some of them you may already have in motion. And so I want to challenge you guys, and this is what you want to challenge this brand new person who's just hit Partner Plus, is you want to challenge them to really continue this process of connecting with people. And so think about once they've got a list, look at their memory jogger list and say, of these people, who would you want to be on your dream team? Who would you love to lock arms with? And help them identify those people. And then also, you know, we're walking through this whole coaching process, and we're kind of going to do it dual purpose here. One is helping them find their dream team. The other is also helping them create an event, whether it's an online event or create a live event of who they're going to invite. And so it's that kind of that same process of who are you going to invite and to the business, and who are you going to invite to an event. So right now I want you to put a date. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm going to post it tomorrow. Had a conversation with Allison Hodges. She may be on here. I can only see 4 of you. But anyway, we're going to do an event. She's got a couple new partners, and she was like, I'd love to do an online event. So Tuesday night, August the 3rd, we are going to do an online event. It's going to be a straight product event with probably just a very soft introduction to inviting people to the business. So write that on your calendar. And with your new partners, if you've got new partners, that will be an event you can plug them into, and they can invite people to that event as well. As well as, you know what, invite people who you want on your dream team on that event too. Maybe they're already on Juice Plus, but you want them to begin picking up the verbiage of Juice Plus, understanding what Juice Plus is. Never miss an opportunity to be part of an event or to invite people to an event. And so that's what you want to teach your brand new partner, helping them to identify who they want to join them in this business, help them to figure out what to say. Here, if you click on this, it gives you, here's a video that you can share with them. You can watch that together. You can do a Zoom with them, meet in person, watch this one. You know, how do you share Juice Plus? What do you say? How do you share the business? Here are some examples. Some more examples. If you're making a phone call, you want to always be respectful of people's time. Find a time that they're not rushed. So there's all kinds of verbiage. When I look at this onboarding process, I'm constantly amazed, thinking, wow, they've done such a phenomenal job that literally it is simply walking through what they have. Sorry, I went back too far. Just simply walking through this page and clicking buttons and processing and having a conversation with your brand new partner. Once you've kind of walked through that process with them, look at their memory jogger list. Say, who of these people do you want on your dream team? Who are these people are you going to invite to the event? Get an event scheduled with them, get 2 or 3 scheduled with them. Then you start talking about, okay, what do you want them to say? What is the verbiage? And as I was thinking about what is it that I literally have a list of 16 people I want to talk to about joining my business. As I was writing the 25 names, I'm like, well, why wouldn't I want this person to be on my team? Why wouldn't I want this person to be on my team? But I'm going to kind of process with you the first couple. The first one is a gal who is a new friend of mine, and she lives in a neighborhood close to mine. We've been meeting up halfway and walking a couple times a week over the last couple of months. We've talked a little bit about Juice Plus. She's interested. She's been traveling a good bit, and she has a daughter graduating. And so we haven't been able to really meet other than to do a walk, and we've just kind of casually been talking. But so my next step with her is to find a time to go to lunch or to coffee. She knows about the Tower Gardens. So I'm going to talk about, hey, let's get together, come over, see my Tower Garden. You know, maybe I'll make her a shake. So my next step with her is finding beyond just walking and talking is to actually meet, look at the Tower Garden, and to invite her to an event. So I'm also going to invite her to the August 3rd event. So when I think about what to say, I guess I want to challenge you guys. What we want to do is we want to get good at just naturally having conversations with people, because it's truly, you know, there are different businesses out there, and maybe they've got some snazzy way and snazzy verbiage and posting. But you know what? When I think about myself, how would I want someone to approach me? And you know what? I want someone to approach me as my friend who just is casually sharing with something that they love and that they're excited about. You know, that's how I'd want to be approached. I don't want to, I don't, to me, so that's, I guess when I think about this list of people, that's how I'm going to approach them. I'm looking at another person is actually a tenant of mine who just moved out of a townhouse that I had, and I met up with her, and she looked great. She was working out. I mean, she looks phenomenal. And I was like, oh my gosh, you look so good. What are you doing? She started telling me that she's really wanting to get into the health and nutrition and fitness industry. Hello? I'm like, have I not told you about Juice Plus? She goes, well, you did, but I can't remember what happened bad on my part. But it was just another opportunity to say, hey, let's go to lunch or coffee. And I texted her today, and we're meeting up next week for coffee. So, you know, I never want to hold back and not be forthright with people with what I want to talk to them about. And I also want to kind of prime, I don't know, I guess this is an old terminology, but prime the pump. Let them know what we do, how much we love what we do, what we're excited about. We'd love for them to learn more. And then just wait and hear what comes back. If you get nothing back, they're probably not ready. But as you talk and share your excitement, it's rare for people not to say, well, yeah, I'd like to hear a little bit about what you're doing, or a little bit about Juice Plus. I know, you know, so what I'm trying to say when it comes to verbiage, think about who invited you, who shared Juice Plus with you, what did they say, and what resonated with you. So I'm going to call on somebody, so somebody be thinking about it. And so that's what you want. Sometimes I think we shy away, and we're not, we act like it's, oh my gosh, I'm going to say something wrong. So what? We all make mistakes. We all say things that are wrong. And sometimes it's just funny. Sometimes you have to learn. Sometimes you're like, okay, I'm just getting to know this person. And you got to figure out the steps of what to say. And part of that is just doing it. And so help your new partner to realize there's no set thing to say or do or post. It's being our authentic selves. That's what attracts people. Not having a perfect post, not saying the perfect thing, but it's just sharing from the heart. And people realizing that you're being authentic with how you're sharing. I think that's more important. They're going to walk away not really remembering exactly what you said. They're going to walk away remembering how you made them feel. And we want them to feel like we want them part of this community. Okay, I'm getting carried away, but that what to say and what to share. In regard to the videos, if you have not signed up for the consistency chain, you are missing out on, as I love what Brenda Proctor says, the cookies are on the bottom shelf. We are sending out every single day verbiage and videos. So we just completed 20 last month. We're starting again on August 1st with another 20. Every day you get a text message with verbiage of here's what I'd send to somebody, here's what Brenda would send to someone. So many of these came from Stacy Whitmire. She's the one that came up with the idea and shared it with us. So you've got national marketing directors putting together, here's what I would say, here's the video I would send. It doesn't get any easier than that. So make sure that you've signed up for the consistency chain and make sure you're new partners. What an easy way to train and develop them than by just hearing and seeing and reading verbiage and videos every day. And then the last thing I want to talk to, and then we're going to open it up because I want to hear from some of you guys, is how to cast vision. And, you know, in the beginning, Juice Plus is a slow build. And sometimes people want to see all this money up front, and they totally miss the idea that Juice Plus is a slow build, and we need to appreciate that. Because what happens is when people are so focused right in the beginning on, oh my goodness, I want to make X amount of money, what we want to help cast the vision is this is a business that will grow for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years for you. And that income stream will blow your mind where it can go. And so what we want to do is cast vision for what they can do with this business. And so that they're not short-sighted thinking, oh my goodness, I need to be making $5,000 a month in the first 2 months. And that's actually one of the things I love about Juice Plus is it weeds out those people who are just in it for the money. And what the people who stay are people who care about health and nutrition, who care about other people. And when you see people who've been in this business for 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 15 years, you know you've got people who are grounded and believe in our product, and they've seen the business aspect of Juice Plus pay off royally. And so what we want to do is get really good at casting vision for where these new people can go. And that can be done so easily with a 3-way call. So if you've brought on a new partner, you want to go to your upline, to your upline NMD, and you want them to do a 3-way call with your new people to cast that vision. You know, and that's what that's going to do. And I remember Judy Blue was my upline, and I remember her doing that for me. She didn't really do any events. I remember I did my events. The first time I did an event was when I had a partner who said, let's do an event at my house and invite people. So I was embarrassed to tell her I'd never done an event before. So I was like, okay, great. And I remember I'm looking at Brenda now, and I remember Brenda was Indiana. I was in Georgia. And I'm like, Brenda, you and Leah have to do an event. And she was like, okay, how do I do it? And I remember literally didn't I videotape an event I did, probably was the first one I did, sent it to you, and then you guys watched it and did an event yourself. And so many times we hold back because we're afraid we're not going to do something perfect. I guarantee you the video that I sent up to Indiana was probably pitiful because I probably hadn't done that many. But you know what? And I think it was Letty Algiero was talking. She was like, I've really gotten good at saying, I'd rather get it done than have it done perfect, 5 months down the road. And you know what? That's hard for me because I kind of lean a little bit toward that perfectionistic. But you know what? I have to agree. And especially when it comes to talking to people, doing events, we got to show that we're not perfect. Because then I think if we come across too perfect, then those new partners are going to shy away and think they can't do it when they can. And the only way we get perfect or close to it is repetition. I think of that one book that talks about anybody who does anything for 10,000 hours, they become a professional. So let's start working on our 10,000 hours and not worry about how perfect it is. But instead, let's focus on the people we're introducing to Juice Plus, the people we're bringing into this business, and the people we want to bring into this community. And in one thing, let me say one more thing about casting vision. Here's a great opportunity to get somebody who is more seasoned, your upline NMD, to cast that vision. If you're just getting started and maybe aren't to that point to cast vision, there's an opportunity to really learn, pick up some good verbiage from them, as well as bring in that third-party validation for your new person. So we're going to actually unpack. So when it comes to coaching, these are the three things I want you to think about, is really helping that new person learn how to invite, whether it's to invite a dream team member or invite someone to an event. Also really coach them on what to say, what to share, use all the tools that we have, and we've got a ton of them. And then take advantage of your upline or your upline NMDs volunteering to do three-way calls. I'm telling you what, we are willing and excited to do that. So utilize us, help you by asking us to do these three-way calls, and really ushering these people and get them grounded in our Juice Plus community. Next week, we're going to finish out this onboarding process with, we're going to dive in a little bit more into inviting to events. We're going to talk about customer care. And then we're also going to kind of go back over launching a new team member and helping our new team member to launch a team member, because that's how our business grows, is duplication. And so we want to teach these new partners right off the bat to duplicate. And Dale, I'm going to stop sharing right now, and I'm going to give a shout out and kudos to Dale, who has a new partner on here, who, like last week, you had two of your partners, and it was a partner and a partner. That right there, Dale is teaching them right off the bat to duplicate themselves. And that is exactly what you want. And that's how we're going to build and grow a business. So I'm going to stop. Let's see, Brenda, if you'll stop the recording, and we are going to just jump into